This is the nice BlueBUS photo eye, this one side of it, and we're going to wire this up to the new SmartConnects controller. I have the wires going into this junction box, and I have the photo eye is mounted to the junction box. This is the inside of the BlueBUS photo eye, and you can see that I've already mounted it to the cover plate for the junction box. So I have just two screws here. They're self-tapping screws that go through and screw it down to the back side. And I've knocked out the knockout hole here that goes through the back side of the photo eye, and I've drilled a hole in the cover plate that matches the location of that just using a step drill. And so the cover plate, you can see the screws coming through the back side of the cover plate there, and it has a nice foam seal. This gives it a nice weather protection when everything's all put together. And when the wires are run, we'll seal this up with a little silicone. So to start with, I have this little 6-inch section of wire. It's 2-wire twisted pair, and I've crimped on a couple of straight through connectors on one end of it and stripped the other ends bare. I'm going to connect that to the photo eye, so this is feed it through the hole on the back. And I'm going to run the wires into these terminals. At this point, I'd probably throw a little silicone on there and close that hole up. So I've pulled my wires into my junction box. I have one side of the connectors here, the other side of the connectors there. I'm just going to hook those up and screw the cover plate onto the junction box. Alright, finish that up. Next we put the cover plate on. That goes, oops, upside down. It goes this way. And then the cover plate just snaps on. So I've got my two photo eye segments put together, and I've run the wires to my gate operator. They're right here. I have them routed around the back, and we're going to plug them in here to the BlueBUS port on the SmartConnects controller. So I'm going to pull this little connector out, and I'm going to put the wires in to one side. And at this point, I don't know what's red and what's black, but it just doesn't matter, because with BlueBUS, it's just polarity agnostic. So you can connect the two black wires to either side, you can connect the two red wires to either side, and you can mix them up. You can connect one red and one black. I don't know why you would do that, but you certainly could, and the thing just wouldn't care. It just wouldn't care. So let's plug that in. So we power it up and let the SmartConnects controller boot up. Now your controller may already be set up to look for BlueBUS photo eyes, but let's just go through and manually scan for the BlueBUS devices. So to do that, we're going to hit menu, and then we're going to hit one of the arrow keys until we see external communications, because the BlueBUS is on the external communications. There we are. We're going to hit select. We're going to hit the arrow keys until we see BlueBUS. That's Bluetooth. There's BlueBUS. And we're going to hit select. And it says none. So it's not configured for a BlueBUS photo eye. So let's scan for BlueBUS devices. So we're going to hit the arrow key, scan for devices, hit select, use the arrow key to turn off to on, hit select. Now it's going to scan for a BlueBUS device. And it recognized now that it has a photo eye closed connected to it. It knows it's a photo eye closed because the jumpers on the photo eye are set to photo eye closed. So it just automatically detects that, and it's all configured and ready to go. So we hit back, I close, and I'm just going to break the beam real quick. So it reverses back to opening.